12.4. By 2020, achieve the environmentally sound management of chemicals and all waste throughout their life cycle in accordance with agreed international frameworks and significantly reduce their release to air, water and soil in order to minimize their adverse impacts on human health and the environment. The indicator for this, 12.4.1, number of parties to international multilateral environmental agreements on hazardous waste and other chemicals that meet their commitments and obligations in transmitting information as required by each relevant agreement. The Montreal Protocol reporting commitments remains unaffected by the global crisis, or the global crises. The global crises of recent years have impacted the work under the Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer in various ways, but the parties' reporting commitments have remained unaffected. The coronavirus disease, or COVID-19 pandemic, did disrupt the normal flow of work under the ozone treaties in 2020 and 2021 and at the start of 2022. For instance, low and middle-income countries experienced delays in the implementation of projects supported by the Multilateral Fund and the Montreal Protocol for the phase-out of ozone-depleting substances and the phase-down of hydrofluorocarbons. The situation started to improve, however, in 2022. Nevertheless, the parties have remained resolute in their annual reporting of statistical data and related information on production and consumption of controlled substances. The reporting provides a mechanism to assess compliance with control measures. Historically, all parties have ultimately achieved 100% compliance with their annual reporting obligations. Whether the war in Ukraine will affect an impact on the parties' reporting requirements for 2022 remains to be seen. Annual reporting requires that data to be submitted by the end of September 2023. As for the effects of climate change affecting some countries in recent years, no impact on the number of parties meeting their reporting obligations has been detected. The chart that's available there in the document shows how the parties' commitment from 2015 to 2021 have remained resolute despite the global disruptions caused by COVID and the effects of climate change. Since the adoption of the Kigali Agreement to the Montreal Protocol committing to phase down hydrofluorocarbons, 148 of the 198 parties have ratified it, out of which 57 have done so since 2020. By controlling HFCs, the amendment is expected to avoid up to 0.5 degrees of global warming by 2100, an important contribution in the context of the Paris Agreement, which aims to keep global temperature rise this century to well below the 2 degree above pre-industrial levels. Despite the global crises in 2022, the three assessment panels on the Montreal Protocol, the Scientific Assessment Panel, the Environmental Effects Assessment Panel, and the Technology and Economic Assessment Panel, prepared their 2022 quadrennial assessment reports on issues related to ozone depletion and climate change. These key milestone reports will inform the discussion of the parties in 2023 and decisions towards continued ozone layer and environmental protection. A number of other significant statistics there that you can go through on some interesting charts. So there's another indicator for that target, and it's 12.4.2 hazardous waste generated per capita and proportion of hazardous waste treated by type.